Welcome to the Yetter Getter podcast. Today, I want to ask you something. Have you ever caught yourself saying, I'll never get better? I'm always in pain. See, I used to say things like that too without realizing the weight that those words carried. And in this week's podcast, I want to talk about the words that we use throughout our healing and recovery and the energy that rides on those words. Because your words aren't just sounds, they're signals. And they're either signaling healing or signaling frustration. So today we're going to dig into how to avoid those absolute words like always and never, and learn how to speak life over your recovery instead. I caught myself saying that a lot. I've never in my life, or I'm always stiff first thing in the morning. It's not that I was always stiff. It's that my energy was stuck in frustration. And what I learned and needed to understand is that every time I would say never, my body heard it as a full stop. It closes the door on possibility. But when we say not yet or I'm getting there, it actually keeps hope alive. It tells our body that we're still on our way, we're still healing. So think about the last time you said, I'll never get my bend back, or this swelling always comes back. What if instead you said, my knee is learning, or my body's remembering how to move with ease? That small shift, my friend, that's what changes everything. Now, I get to talk about this today because I was the person that used the words that weren't serving me. Words came up for me throughout both knee replacements. One was Groundhog's Day, what I like to refer to as Groundhog's Day. It was the never ending, as I use an absolute word. It was the never ending Groundhog Day that seemed to come up around week, I don't know, 3 to about 8, maybe 12. Week 3 to 12. I feel like it lasted for a long time, where I felt like I was getting better towards the end of the night. And then the next morning I would get up and it would be stiff as a board again. And I felt like I lost every bit of progress that I made the day before. It was getting to the point where I was like, is this ever gonna stop? I realized those words, never ending and ever gonna stop, were feeding the energy of frustration. I was reinforcing the very feeling I wanted to escape. And that's when I started changing my language from this will never stop to this is a heavy moment, but it's passing. I wouldn't even say this is a hard moment. I would say this is really heavy. And I know that it's not going to last forever because energy follows focus, and focus had to shift from pain to progress. When the time is appropriate, that is, because here's the thing. We do have to feel through our emotions. So if you're in a particularly frustrating point, this exercise is not going to come easy until you have processed that emotion. But here's one thing is you're going to soon become aware of the words that you're using. And once you start wanting to try, you're going to become more and more aware of them. And that, my friend, is a yetter getter. So the shift happened while rehabbing my knee number 2, my second knee replacement. It took me 3 months to get my extension back. That's 12 weeks, 3 months. But never at one time did I ever say, my leg is stuck like this. I knew that I just needed the right key to unlock my extension. That might be a person, that might be a different technique, that might just be time to bring it back to zero. And I knew I'd find it because God is just that good, powerful, and He works all things out for good no matter what. That's what speaking life is like. It's not denial, it's direction. It's choosing to let your words point you toward what's possible, not what's painful. It's a pivot, my friends. Every word we speak releases a vibration. Positive words like hope, gratitude, faith literally change the chemistry in your body. They lower stress hormones, they calm your nervous system, and they open you up to healing. Look, it's easy to let ourselves get rattled when another hurdle shows up around week 3 or 4, or 8 or 9, or 14 to 16. But the same God who carried me through will carry you too. Let me remind you of Isaiah chapter 40, verse 31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. That verse is energy in motion. It's God's spoken word of renewal. And when you say it out loud, your body hears it. Your spirit responds. You start to feel strength rising again. So maybe bookmark that verse for yourself. Look, friends, this is not an easy thing to do, to truly put it into God's hands, but we can rest in knowing that we are healed because creation is finished. Our healing is already underway, and we can be assured that God is in control. When you speak from peace, you draw peace. And when you speak from faith, your body follows that vibration. It listens. So choose words that breathe life into your healing. So here's our challenge this week. Listen to your language. Every time you catch yourself saying those absolute words like always or never, pause and replace it with, for now, I'm learning, or I'm healing. Because God's already written your healing story. You're just speaking it into existence, one word at a time. So, thanks for spending this time with me today. Remember, the words you speak hold energy. So speak healing, speak hope, and speak life, because God's got you, my friend. And if anything, this is just going to make you aware. It's okay to not be able to grab it right now. But as long as you start to become aware of the words that you're speaking, that's where the true magic happens. When something comes out of your mouth and you're like, wow, I just said that out loud. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You're just becoming aware. And you're more aware now than you were before. So remember, I am Suzie Andrade, your knee replacement, BFF, and coach. And remember, the getter-getter mindset is already planted inside you. Keep watering it with faith, patience, and movement, and you'll rise stronger than ever, because healing isn't about going back, it's about becoming.